Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, it's going to probably be, as you can see by the title, you know it's going to be a controversial episode. It's not going to probably be, it is going to be a controversial episode. Probably going to offend some people, but hey, you know what? I really don't care. I don't at all, so... Anyways, but no, white people saying the N-word, it's one of those things where when you hear it, it's shocking because you don't think like white people have it in them to say it, but that's them throwing their haymaker punch. Now, if you ask me, at the end of the day, like, I don't care, but at the same time, like, will tell a person like, hey, you shouldn't be just going around saying that word. And I'm not saying it because I'm going to be that person that's all like, going to be all threatening towards them. But I think that's overall like the reaction that they want. They want that drive. They want that attention. They want that. Because I'm saying like, the reason why I'm even talking on this in the first place is because there is this adult actress. I ain't going to name drop who she is. But if you want to know who she is, you can go to my Twitter account. You'll probably have to do a little bit of scrolling. But, yeah, like, I retweeted the videos, said what I need to say then, but she thinks because she unslept with, like, 500 different black people with her, job, like, oh, because I've had some black in me, like, I that gives me the right, like, I have, like, a certain percentage of black. It don't work like that, fam. Like, it don't work like that at all. Not at all, okay? And it trips me out how I've had so many conversations with people that are against it. Like you will ask that one friend, like, hey, would you like for let's say for $1,000, right? $1,000, you guys say the N-word. Would you say it? They're like, no. Why would you even ask me a question like that? Like, they're now questioning their friendship with you because you've asked them a very controversial question, and they're like, no, I will not do that. That will live with me. And it's like, fam, relax. It's gonna be okay. And then you have the one side of white people or just anybody where it's like, hey, for $1,000, would you say the N-word? I'll say it for free. They don't need to pay me to say it. I'll say it for free. It's a word for everybody. I think everybody should be able to use it. Black people use it, so why can I not use it? That is honestly the dumbest argument that I always hear when people talk on the N-word. Oh, well, then black people shouldn't be saying it. No, we are. That's just us. That's how we talk. I'm saying, like, there's so many different cultures and people out there where they have their own certain way of talking. Why is it that when we have our way of talking, our way of communicating, this is how we talk with each other, and it's like people, like, try to interfere with that? That's just how we talk. That's how we act. It is a culture thing. I'm saying, like, and then people, like, my thing is this. You can learn about the culture. You can understand the culture all you want, but it's like being a part of it, there's going to be like, you ain't going to get like the all around plan. You ain't going to get the black plan. You're going to get the basic. You're going to get the free plan. You're going to get the plan where it's like, hey, you can, march with us during the Black Lives Matter protest. And it's funny because it'll be people that will not go to those Black Lives Matter, like, protest and all that stuff, but they'll be so quick to jump up and want to say the N-word. Like, why is that? Why is it that, like, you want to be racist, but you don't want to be for race? And then they'll argue with you like, oh, I'm not racist. I'm not being racist. It's not a racist thing. It's just that that's how people talk, so I should be allowed to talk. Like, no, it does not work like that. You're not allowed to talk like that. Because my thing is this. It ain't no that you aren't being any different than a white person 300 years ago, 200 years ago, 100 years ago, however long ago, during that time and era where racism was at its prime. You're no different than them. You're not. You're literally looking a black person in the face and saying the N-word. Whether it's directed towards them or in a conversation, cracking a joke, however you want to say it, you're being racist. It's just facts. Like, there ain't no argument about it. My thing is this. You, at the end of the day, should respect the person if they don't want you saying that word. It ain't no different than a person that's attracted to the same sex and the derogatory words that they hear. You see how I did that? You see how I ain't had to go out of my way to say any derogatory words about them. I said derogatory words. That goes for all of them. But a person that is attracted to the same sex, I'm not going around all like, oh, you want to hear, like, I'm not going to say it, but I'm just saying, like, oh, you don't want to hear the derogatory word. Like, I'm censoring myself out. So when like, when I am saying the derogatory word, I'm not saying it. I'm saying derogatory word. Okay. So if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm I'm not going up to any, because I'm like friends with people that are attracted to the same sex. And it's nothing that crosses my mind. I'm no different than the white friend that's so against saying the N-word. I'm against saying stuff like that. I am. I'm like, it's one of those things where it's like, why am I even saying that in the first place? When there's literally a whole dictionary of words where there's so many different things that I can say. So why am I saying that? Why am I saying derogatory words about people that are attracted to the same sex? It's not normal. It's not right. And it's like, if I was going around saying certain derogatory words, let's say it's the word that rhymes with bay, right? The word, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what that word is and stuff, but I'm just going around like, oh, that's bay, that's, or you're being bay, you're this, and I'm pretty sure, people are going to look at me and be like, hey, that's a derogatory word. Oh, well, that's just how people talk, right? That's how, it sounds stupid. There's no argument with it. My thing is that if a person feels a certain way about me saying that word, myself, me, being me, should feel that. I should understand that. That's why I'm like, when overall people are like, when they're overall like saying how like, certain words are derogatory with like, anything, right? Anythings. I take the time to sit down and think like, how do I feel when somebody says the N-word? It's awkward. I'm like, it's super awkward. It's messed up. It's rude. I'm like, everything that you can say about it. And so I'm like, that's how they feel. When there's an Asian person getting derogatory things being said about them, or a person that's attracted to the same sex, they're getting, derogatory words said about them, it's like, people part of the LGBTQ community and stuff, or, anybody, it's like, I'm saying, like, there's so many different things out there where it's all like, it's derogatory, it's offensive. Do you not understand that? I'm not trying to have it ain't even up for an argument discussion. It is offensive. That's it trips me out though. Like when people are like, they get defensive when you try to tell them how something is offensive. Why? Like, I don't get that type of stuff, man. It's so confusing. Cause I'm like, you should never get defensive over a person that's offended by something that you just said. I'm saying if it's something like that you're saying it's clearly not offensive, okay, then that person is just a sensitive person. But you can't tell somebody that's of color, that's black, like, oh, you're just being sensitive. You just said the N-word. How is that being sensitive? How am I being sensitive? Like, come on now. Like, and that's what you gotta like ask them. It's like, okay, well, why is it that there's other white people in this world that don't want to say the N-word? They, they're like, how come that question is never being asked, like, to those white people? Because it's like, they'll be so quick to jump up and say it, but they're not thinking of all of the different scenarios that they're going to be in, that they're going to have to deal with after they unsaid the word, or after they're saying the word on a regular basis. So that's like why when that adult actress, when she was like talking, oh, it's a brotherhood, it's this, it's that. Have you thought of every scenario that you're going to be put in after saying that? Because now people are going to be looking at her like she's different. Like, well, no, they're not even like she's like, nah, people going to be looking at her differently. Facts, 100%. They probably ain't going to be wanting to watch her videos in the middle of the night no more. But I'm saying, though, like, jokes aside, it's like, why? Why do you want this word to be a brotherhood? Why do you want this word? Because you're hearing other people say it? That's other people. They ain't got nothing to do with you. Be your own person. Stop trying to be like other people. Stop trying to get people involved in this made up brotherhood that you done made up. And it's like, bro, nobody don't want to be a part of that brotherhood. Not one single person has to be a part of that brotherhood. So that's why it's like when they're saying stuff like that, it's like they're trying to find every reason on why they think it's okay to say it. It's not, and it never will be okay to say it. I've had this conversation so many different times. It's not okay. It is. My thing is this. The N-word, it's for us. It always will be for us. Will all black people in the yes, in the black community say it? No. We're not. I don't say it. I don't need to. And it's like, you gotta sit down and think about that. There's black people that don't need to say it in every sentence. That doesn't mean that I'm more educated than the person that does say it. No. That just means that I don't say it. My vocabulary is different from another person's. We're all different, but at the same time, we are the same. So it's like, we're all gonna have like the same reaction when we hear somebody saying it. And I'm like, man, it's just, it's crazy. It's like, it's one of those things where, like, it obviously stirred up from something, like why this adult actress, she, is like open about this and things. But it's like, why? Like, honestly, though, do you, because I feel like she waited, to sit down and talk on her for a second. I feel like she waited all the way, because it's like, she's pretty popular and stuff. And so, it's not like she's, set this like early on in her career. She waited until she got up there. She wanted the spotlight to be on her and my thing is this. The only people that are going to be agreeing with her are people that's not black. Like, that's it. Like, I probably anybody out there that is black, they will be agreeing with her. They didn't spend one too many nights with her. One too many nights. Okay? That tablet came out and it's like, bro, I'm saying, like, that's it though. Like, that's gonna be the only ones, is people that's not, they're not black. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's you guys sit down and look at every scenario when you're asking yourself that question, is it okay for me to say the N-word? Because if you ask me, if you're not black, no. If you're half black, okay, you're good. If you talking about, my fourth great grandmother, she was Nigerian, but both of my parents, it's, not your fourth great grandmother. No, I'm saying, what is your parents' skin? We're not like, what is their race? What are they, Oh, they're both white. Okay. That's not okay. I don't care how far deep and down the tree that your fourth great grandmother, she can say the N-word all she wants. You, on the other hand, the one that got two white parents, no. And just because you've been with a black person, or you're cool with a black person, or a black person, that still don't give you a reason to go out and just say the N-word. Like, that's another dumb argument where it's like, I hear people are like, oh, well, I got black friends, so I should be able to say, you're being disrespectful to your black friends. You are. If they say that they don't care, I'm like, okay, so you know what? You passed level 1. Now level 2. Go up to some random black people and say it. See how they feel about it. Ask them, how do you feel about, them? And I know this because, there was a rapper that said, I think it was Eazy-E. And he was talking on it and stuff. And it's like, I feel like a lot of the times, when people, it's like, if outside, like, and I've seen, Brad, and I've seen numerous videos. I've seen videos of when Samoan people are using it. I've seen videos of Asian. I went to school with Asian people that said the N-word. I went to school with, at times, I was seeing more of the other races saying the N-word than black people that I went to school with. I was saying, I guarantee that if there's like a scale of how many times I said the N-word at school versus how many times other races have said the N-word at school, oh my God, bro, that scale would go freaking, it's like, those like videos where they show like the earth and then they show like this big old giant sun that's like billions of light years away from us. You remember those like videos we were watching in science class? That's that. Okay, I'm small little earth that you can't even see no more. And then the big old giant sun. Yeah, that was literally almost every kid. Maybe not almost every kid, but there was like a good portion of kids at my school that wasn't black that was saying that word. And it's like, fam, why? Like, obviously they ain't saying that word. Yeah, they saying it at school and things, but I'm pretty sure it's like they're not saying that word at their jobs. They're not saying that word because they know they're gonna get fired for some stuff like that. But it's like, yeah, and they was waiting until they was like good and ready, oh, I'm not near no teachers, they sitting, it's like in the hallways saying they having like back and forth N-word competitions and things. I'm like, man, it's just crazy, how people are so, wanting to say this word so badly, and it's like, fam, let it go. Move on. You're not black. You never will be. So, like, there ain't no reason for you to say the word. None whatsoever. Okay, you say it. So what? Move on. Like, it's crazy, man. It's very crazy. But anyways, I am tired. It is 2:19 a.m. I'm ready to sleep. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. Make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss to knock $20 off of your next purchase. And that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.